pattern game that we're going to look at is one that I use a lot with our worried dogs and our overexcited dogs, and it's called super bowls, or super cones in this case. And this one is really great for slowing your dog down when they're approaching things, because they're going to have to stop at each cone, sniff and eat a piece of food. It's also a great way to build some communication and consent with your dog, giving them some choices as to whether or not they approach something. So I'll explain how it works and then you'll see how we can apply this. So what we would do is start at the first cone with your trigger, or whatever it is that you're approaching, at the other side, at a distance that your dog is able to cope with, obviously. And what we're looking for is the start button behaviour of your dog looking at you. Once your dog looks at you, you're going to mark it with good, and the treat goes into the first cone. Good. Once he's eaten that, I'm going to wait for him to look at me again. Good. And then we move to the next cone and the treat goes in. Looking at me, good, is his way to signal that he's happy to move forwards. If he's struggling to look at me, good, then that's a nice indication that he's not ready to move forwards, and that's absolutely fine. Good. So we would just wait for him to signal that he's comfortable in moving forwards. Now, how you lay out your cones is really up to you. You can put them closer together if you'd like to slow your dog down more, or you can space them out a bit if you'd like to move in a sort of quicker way. You can also set them up parallel to your trigger if you're not quite ready to move towards it, or place them out in a big wide arc to move towards something like a dog in a much more natural way for your dog. So we'll just show you that in a bit of a quicker run through. Good. And I wait here. Good. Good. How would you flip that over? Good. So anything else he does, that's absolutely fine. Good. But only by looking at me does he get the treat and to move forward. In a lot of situations I would have your dog on the lead for this, just to mitigate their movements, especially if you're working around triggers, but as we're just introducing it today and working in the garden, we don't need that.